Hi, everybody, and welcome to Digital Champions. I'm your host, Charlene Shirk, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And today we're talking to Valerie Morris with Tintero Creative. Valerie, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's great to be here.
So talk to us about what you're doing over there at Tintero Creative.
Yeah, well, at Tintero, we are all about telling people's story and helping them portray that story better online as well. And so that comes out really under the umbrella of content marketing, which some people just think of social media when they think of that. Some people think of blog writing. Some people think of video marketing. But all of it is essentially leveraging authority building content to help your brand be seen online as a trusted authority and have something worthwhile and meaning to share online to others using channels like social media, email marketing, websites, that kind of thing. So we are really there to help behind the scenes to help people really leverage their brand the best they can online.
And you focused in on authority. You want to be the credible authority, the credible voice in the market space. What do you hone in on to separate your clients from other folks to make sure that they are seen as that trusted voice in the market space?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece, it's been this way forever, is just education. Anytime you can educate someone, you build a little seed of trust. And in today's world, people typically go online before they ever pick up the phone or type an email to reach out. And so most people are going to your website or social media or different places, Google reviews, different places to get a feel for, does this brand know what they're talking about in XYZ industry? And if you can establish some sort of baseline level of knowledge in that, you've already built those seeds of trust. So by the time they get to the point where they're filling out the contact form, they're picking up the phone, they're shooting an email over to express interest in finding out more, they've already been able to build a certain level of trust, and you've taken them from the awareness standpoint of the sales funnel down a little bit further to being ready to take action and convert as a customer. So if you can move people a few steps along that sales process before they even talk to you, it's just a way more efficient way to do business.
And what is the challenge, though, that in the pain point maybe that clients are coming to you with that you say, and how do you position? Are you telling them you're speaking in the wrong voice, or we're not delivering the right messaging? Like, what is the problem they think they're coming to you with, and you go, yeah, this is really what we need to tackle?
Yeah, a lot of times people come and they've either heard a video of somebody talking, or they go to a conference for their industry and they hear, I should be doing social media, or I should be blogging, I should be doing all of these things. They don't always understand how those different pieces work together and how those pieces can move customers through the sales journey, the customer journey. And so a lot of times people are ready to just jump into one thing and they're not quite ready. They don't have the foundations in place. So I like to tell people, some of the foundations that are important to have are, some very basic things that to me seem like pretty obvious. And I think to most of us are probably obvious. But I assure you, I've had people come to me that didn't have these things. And one of the most basic is just a website. You have to have somewhere that's yours that you can point people to for an offer. And then an offer. You need to know what you're promoting for other people. One example is I had somebody come to me wanting to do Facebook ads to promote their real estate services. They had no special offer, no website. They barely even had a real estate license. And I said, you're going to have to help me out a little bit. Give me a little bit more of what you're all about, what you're offering to people that makes you special. So sometimes I think, even for me, a lot of times it's educating my clients or potential clients as to you're ready or you're not ready to do what you're coming at and asking for.
Although I respect that person's enthusiasm.
I
barely have a real estate license, but I am ready to get out there. You got to respect that.
Yeah, you got to respect it. You got to love the energy. But, a lot of times people, I think people don't realize that there are, even though you can set up shop online very easily, you can do a lot of cool things with technology and social media today. You still have to put in some work. You still have to build that solid brand, the solid foundation of a website, have that information readily and available so that people can understand who you are, what you do, and why they would choose to buy something from you versus anybody else online.
And before we wrap up, I want to find out, what changes are you looking out for? We always ask everybody, hey, in your digital space, what are the changes that are going to affect you and how you work with your clients? So in your opinion, what are you keeping an eye on?
Yeah, one of the things I've been talking with people a lot in the last few months because I've noticed this shift. 10 years ago, you could get away with resharing other people's content pretty easily. You could get some great organic traffic just by resharing something that, a big name publication might have written. And in today's world, there's so much noise that if you aren't creating your own content with your own original thoughts, your own unique perspective, a lot of people are kind of like, why would I waste my time paying attention to your stuff that you're sharing unless it's something different? And so I'm seeing a lot of this shift of people really needing to have their own original content, whether that be a podcast, a video series, blog content. You have to create something of your own to set yourself a little bit apart versus just sharing the same old article that everyone's shared 5 million other times. So that's one big thing that I'm seeing. And then, this isn't a new thing, but it's continuing to stay and be prevalent, is the fact that video content is 100% king when it comes to social media, website, time on a site. People want to see video content. And if you're not creating any video content, you're really missing the boat. And a lot of people, a lot of industries, really, there isn't a lot of video content. So if you want to stand out, it's very easy in some industries to really stand out if you're willing to make video content.
Well, Valerie, those are great pieces of advice. We're going to leave it there with you. Very great takeaways, really great takeaways. We enjoyed talking to you. Thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thanks, Charlene. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. What a great interview. I think Tintero Creative, you got to check them out. Valerie Morris is up to some good stuff over there, and you can read more on dailyadbrief.com. Thanks so much for joining us on Digital Champions. I'm your host, Charlene Shirk, where we look forward to learning something new next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.